when I retired, I started looking into research, and I found it's still under the radar, but there's a lot more out there. And the biggest thing was there was these 3 fairly big studies, and the summary is anywhere between 45 and let's say 75% of managers in organizations are saying that recent grads have 2 major problems: the soft skills of critical thinking to solve problems and communication, particularly writing. So that's point one. The second thing is that in those same studies, 80% of the students said that they were proficient in those 2 areas. So there's
a disconnect there.
They're calling it the skills gap.
Right.
And, the problem is that the current solutions, they're all spending, hundreds of thousands of dollars on a college degree, and they're coming out, and anywhere between half and 3/4 of the managers say you don't know how to do the 2 most basic things.
Right.
So that was part A. Then I started looking at, well, where did it start? Is this all happening in college? No. A study called The Nation's Report Card. And in that study, 73% of 8th graders and seniors in high school are below proficient. We still got 4 in 10 coming out of college who aren't good at that. And why? Because they don't teach them to think anymore, and nobody's practicing writing. And writing, to me, my phrase for a long time has been, to write is to think. Reading, we all say we have to read. You do. But reading is passive. You read, you think from what you get. But if you don't write, you're not focusing. And as a marketing guy, my whole life, that's all you do. Yeah. You're constantly writing and it's a disciplined approach. So, and the impact on all of that, frankly, and this is why I came up with the book, is that companies now, there's a study that says $400 billion a year is being spent or lost due to projects that had poor communication. So it goes beyond the grads. People aren't communicating well. Yeah. And then the impact on the organization themselves. The morale is down, the stress is up. It's a real problem. And so what are they doing? They're having to spend $3 billion on training a year. They need to change their culture. They need to say that thinking, writing, and communication are an important part of this business. When they get interviewed, it should be in the HR manual.